Salakia, Israel. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Both of them went down, Facebook and YouTube, but we are now back. Okay. So, like I said, where we started from, we started at the story of Lot, where the order was given to Lot for him to escape that city, and his life and the life of his family was on the line. And verse 17, I'm gonna reread that, where it goes into saying, and it came to pass, they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. So the order was given. And when the angels of the Lord came to visit Lot, they explained to him that, hey, look, the city finna be destroyed. Abraham, which at the time, he found favor with the Lord, and he spoke to the Lord on Lot's behalf. Where Abraham, he dwindled he dwindled the Lord down to 10 people, to about 5 people, and said, if these people, if they can escape this, the Lord wasn't going to spare the city. His intent was to spare the people. So when the head of those people were found and was told, hey, look, you got to leave. Don't look behind you. This is what Lot said. Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. This is Lot. His intent is not to follow the order. He's not thinking that the order is real. He's thinking that it ain't real. So the men, they say unto him, behold, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shown unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil overtake me and die. So he's giving up some excuse as to why he can't escape. He can't follow the order. He's more worried about dying on the way than just following the order. So this is what it says. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. It is not a little one, and my soul shall live. And he said unto him, see, I have not escaped thee concerning this thing also, and I will not overthrow this city for which thou hast spoken. Haste thee, escape thee thither, for I cannot do anything till thou become thither before. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zerah. And the sun has arisen, and upon the earth, when Lot entered Zerah, the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah fire and brimstone unto heaven. So as Lot is complaining about not wanting to leave, the Lord is getting ready to destroy the earth, getting ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. So it was pertinent for him to follow them orders, for him and his family not to be found dead. So we're going to go down to verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities that which grew upon the ground. But his wife, that's the thing. See, now, here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach that a woman should follow her man. So when Lot laid down the order for them to leave the city and not look back, his wife didn't follow the order. So when he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all those cities in which the grass grew upon, verse 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. That's what happens. When you think twice about those orders that's given to you, you hit some type of stumbling block. You hit some type of excuse. You hit something that, why me? Why did I have to? This is what her looking back was to. This is what that is. Her looking back was one of those, he might have not been right. Let me just see what's going on. You can't do that, especially here in this school. And this is what the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, any gang affiliation that you might have with you, they don't profess to have the Lord with them. And if they do, the Lord has shown many times that he is not with them. And this is why. So when they don't follow instructions, they're not quickly consumed like his wife. But we're going to go further. We're going to go into the book of Joshua. We're following orders. This is at the book of Joshua. This is when the children of Israel are on their way, and they're making their way into the promised land, you know, making their way into Israel, making it into their own land. And there's orders given. And the orders that's given before they even make it are the laws. It's the first 5 books. It's the Torah. It's the law, the instructions. So all the orders that are given before the book of Joshua, these are things that the Israelites were set to follow. And if they did not follow, they would be called, you know, they would be called unto curses. And them curses would come and overtake them. And we, as Blacks in America, Native Americans, and Hispanics, we are suffering from those very curses because it's a thing that we don't know how to follow orders, nor do we like to follow orders. We'll take instruction from men that are set above us, you know, and the thing is we don't like to follow orders. That's not something that we hold privy to. That's not something that's important to us as following orders. Most of us like to do whatever we want to do. We want to do whatever makes us feel good. But see, in the scriptures, you can do whatever makes you feel good and watch yourself be destroyed because of it. That's what happens when you live by your fleshly desires. When you live by your own lust and your own skin. You know what? The Lord will allow you to live deliciously in your own skin for a time. And then as that time that you live in deliciously, he's slowly watching you be consumed. He's turning his face from you. Every morning you want to get up and eat bacon because bacon is good. No sweat. You can eat bacon. And then when you turn 40, you'll have high blood pressure. You have a hypertension, and you'll have diabetes. And you know what? You'll die because of it. Because you didn't want to listen to the Lord and you rather live deliciously. Our women live deliciously from the age of 13. They have sex with whoever they want to have sex with. They twerk to whatever music they want to twerk to. And you know what? By the age of 30, you have 3 babies by 3 different baby daddies, and you steady saying that the single life is for you, that no man can control you. No, you can't control yourself because you cannot follow orders. That's against the scriptures. Bible, to not follow orders. We're going to get into it thus more, man. So we're going to go into the book of Joshua, chapter 2, verse 1. Now, this is talking about Joshua's reign over Israel. Now, and Joshua, the son of Nun, set out to Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, "Go view the land, even Jericho." And they went and came. You see, the thing is, when he picked those 2 men, as you see, this is all in one verse. This is verse 1. Those 2 men didn't ask Joshua, "Why me?" Those 2 men didn't, turn around to Joshua and say, "Hey, look, it's some other brothers. It's some other brothers that you could send." They didn't question the order. Orders are not to be questioned. Orders are to be followed. A lot of us Blacks, Hispanics, we don't know how to follow orders. Now, we'll follow orders when it comes to our life or the lives of our family, but it shouldn't come to that. But we'll do that when it's something wicked. You're in a gang or you're in a cartel, yeah, you'll follow an order when somebody's threatening the lives of your kids. Threatening the lives of, hell, we'll follow orders when it come down to the white man, to our oppressor with those flashing lights behind our car. And he said, "Keep your hands on the wheel to pull over. Get out the car. Empty your pockets." That's when we'll follow orders. We want to follow orders when it's another black man telling you, hey, pull your pants up. We want to follow orders when another black man say, hey, look, come to the 51st Passover. Come celebrate your culture with your people. We want to follow orders then. The order's been given to every Israelite camp group. If you consider yourself an Israelite and you watching this class, the order has been given from Commanding General YAHANNA to come to the 51st Passover out in New York. Well, we're going to celebrate this feast of the death of one of our oppressors. But we don't want to follow orders then. We want to follow no orders. But these brothers in these scriptures that we read, there's one man over the nation of Israel, and he's giving the orders. He's saying, go into Jericho, go there. And when they went there, they came unto a harlot's house of the name of Rahab, and they lodged there. But see, they wouldn't have got that type of favor with the Lord had they not have followed that order. So they got to lodge with her. And it was told to the king of Jericho, behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. Even your oppressor, when he sees that order that's been given for you to go out to camp, they watching. This is what that's like. So when the king of Jericho was told that the men came by night, what was there for him to do? It wasn't nothing, because those men was following the orders that was given to them. So we're gonna read on. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, bring the men forth that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they come to search out all the country. Verse 4, and the woman took the two men and hid them and said, thus, there came men unto me, and I was not whence they were. She didn't know. She, when the Lord is with you, and when you follow orders from the man of the Lord, there's nothing that can contend with you. There's nothing that will stop you. There's nothing that can harm you. Because the Lord was with those two men, with them following those orders from Joshua. We're going to read on. Verse 5. And it came to pass about the time of shutting the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went out, I will not pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. But she had brought them. So verse 6 is explaining where she had hid them. So we're going to go down unto verse 18. So to give you some backdrop on the story. So the backdrop on the story is while the men dwelt there with her, they explained to her, what's going on and why they came this way. And that if she was to give them a safe lodging, when they came to destroy the city, they would protect her in her house. And all she had to do was to follow the order and put a scarlet thread in the window. And that would assure them that all of them would be okay. So we're going to read verse 18. So, behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window, which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. They let her know that if you want to save anybody's life, you listen to us, you have them listen to you, and they'll be spared. They'll be spared. Following orders is one of the most intricate things of brotherhood. This is how we keep structure and order in the nation of Israel, is following orders. Following orders can save your life. Get counsel. Speak about what you got going on. If somebody has to give you an order to save your life, believe you me, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the order will be given that will help save your life. We save lives here. The following of orders, the holding down of instruction. That's what the scriptures is all about. The first 5 books of the scriptures, the Torah, are orders. These are orders. If I could get, give me just 1 second. Don't re-up on the fragrances. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy. We're going to go back. We're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. These are orders that was given. And in following these orders, you can either be blessed or you can be punished. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. See, Moses was given the order. Moses was given the order to give the instruction. With Moses given the order to give the instruction, he didn't, you can't see a verse in the scriptures that says that Moses questioned the Lord about him giving this law to these people. The only time Moses questioned, he didn't even question the Lord. He spoke to the Lord in such a way to try to save his people, because the Lord was going to come down with a fierce anger for them worshiping in the golden calf. And the Lord still saw favor on the nation of Israel because of one man following the orders in the hopes that the people would follow him. So in the hopes that the people would follow him, it's verse 21, we're going to start over. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken unto diligently, that means you listen with the intent of actually doing what the man say. Listening diligent, that's listening close, with the intent of following. So diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So following the orders and the instructions that the Lord has given is going to set you on high. So there's nothing that when we here in the Israelite school, in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, when a man gives you an order, let's just say if you get the call to go take ground on the city, that's the Lord's intent, to set you above the city, to set you above every nation of people there in the city, and you are there to build that city up. All you got to do is follow the order. We got the order down here in Houston. Come down here, take ground, build this city up. And that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what the orders is. We follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we're gonna be set on high. Not saying that the plagues haven't been given to all our people, but most things do not attribute to us here in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, now we're gonna read verse 15. Now, when you don't follow orders, you don't follow instruction, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. This is what happens when you don't follow orders. When you don't follow orders, things befall you. I ain't gonna lie, I sit at home, I have a rib, you know what I'm saying? And she can attest to it, that when she don't listen to the things that I say and don't follow the orders that I give her, she'll let me know, yeah, you were right. You were right. I was wrong. And this did happen. This did happen. Because I didn't want to do what you said. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to tell that person this, or I didn't want to, bridle my tongue at this moment, because, I felt like I had a lot to say. But you know what? When you told me to keep my mouth closed, and when I actually did that, you know what? Everything happened as you said. Following orders are intricate. Following orders, they will save your life. They'll save you from a lot of headache. When you follow orders from the man above you, these things, things that happen to you won't happen. So like, even in our community or in our society, like with our black sisters, you know what I'm saying? These sisters, they don't like to follow orders. They don't want to have a man tell them, or you can't wear this, or you can't wear that, or you can't go here, or you can't go there. But that's why the sex trade runs rampant in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman doesn't think that, hey, she has to listen to the orders of a man, and a man can't tell her where she can and can't go. You know, if half these women that get taken up in the middle of the night would have a man that sets a hedge around them, you know, he would protect their lives. He'd tell you, hey, look, I don't want you at that club after 11 o'clock. These are the hours in which somebody would take you. This time somebody would take your behind. Don't no woman want us, don't no woman want no man to tell her, hey, look, you know. Want no man to tell her, hey, look, you know. You know what I'm saying? That she can't do what she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? This is why these things happen to us. The reason why sisters have, you know, kids so early in their lives is because they father tell them, hey, look, you need to have no boyfriend. You don't need that. You need no boyfriend. You're gonna have one man for the rest of your life. She can't understand that. Here in this school, in this house, we're gonna follow instructions. We're gonna follow orders. Because orders will help save your life and save you from a lot of heartache, save you from a lot of pain and a lot of things that you would deal with on the normal, or what people in the world would deal with, but you don't have to here in this school. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on though. We're gonna press on and go to the book of Joshua. We're gonna stay in the book of Joshua. Love this book of Joshua, man. It's a lot of order and a lot of instruction given in this book, man. That folks, you know, in the Christian church, they fail to realize this, you know, or they fail to bring this out. You know what I'm saying? We'll start at the book of Joshua, chapter 6, verse 2. And the Lord said unto Joshua, see, I have given unto thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. So because Joshua followed orders, the Lord saw favor on him, and he had given him the children, the city of Jericho, and the men of valor. He let him smite that city. What? Hey, look here, real. Hey, thing is, man, if you're not Black, Hispanic, and Native American, I could give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not Jewish. I'm an original Jew. And if you want to call me ghetto, if you read any book, the Jews were set in ghettos. That's a neighborhood or a housing